type team. They are going back to their roots, playing defensive hockey and goaltending and finding goals however they can. I know secondary scoring has generally been an issue for the Bruins over the years, but if you just focus on this year's team, the penalties and turnovers have costed them, and they have not been able to come back from that. A switch has flipped with that. They're still making the mistakes, but now they're finding the opportunities. Now they're converting on the power plays. Now they're getting good goaltending. Took until Thanksgiving and the shakeup of Montgomery being gone. But right now you're starting to see what, Sweeney had in mind for this team. Zadorov scores a goal tonight, but also had multiple penalty minutes and was in the box a bunch. That's who he is, right? I thought Kastelik had a bunch of shots on net. I'm just thinking of some other guys, but off the top of my head, though, there were some guys that turned the puck over. Frederick was one of them, right? And then there was that the Charlie Coyle tripping penalty, and that, I believe, led to another goal. There was the coach's challenge that worked out for the Bees tonight. By the way, the officials were horrible. And maybe on the final goal, there might have been a hook by Pastrnak. I don't know. But a little bit of home cooking, huh? Your thoughts on the Bruins win tonight in overtime at 617-779-0985. And how about Pavel Zacha's overtime goal? Good to see him get going again. 3-2 win for the Bees in this one tonight. You can certainly react to it. We're here until 11 o'clock. By the way, just to kind of tell you how it was hard for me to watch the game. I always listen to the broadcast. I know Skaz worked the game tonight. I always listen to the broadcast, and then when I hear goal, I look up at the television and I watch the goal. Tonight, I couldn't get Hulu in the studio. I don't have ESPN Plus. So it was hard. I was watching everything on Twitter. Anything that I could see was on Twitter. But from what I heard, officiating, bad. And it almost cost them. But they get the game-winning goal tonight. But another thing I'm noticing is I put on Nesson to maybe get some post-game show. So I'm gonna do that again right now because I changed the channel. I don't have any Bruins postgame show. So we are the only place that you can talk Bruins right now at 617-779-0985. Should we pause real quick here, Skaz? Or we'll just let it fly, baby?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right. Well, maybe we'll play some of the goals. Get everybody all excited. People are starting to get back to their cars. I know that. It's cold outside. We'll play you the highlights from the game so you can hear that and react. And your reaction at 617-779-0985. Skaz is here as well. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
right, back here, 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Bruins win tonight, 3-2 in overtime. Coming home from the game, you want to talk about it. This is the spot to do so. And that was Nikita Zadorov with the goal. He had a pretty interesting night, Zadorov. He said some things after the game, too, but just to go over his night, he had the goal early on. He mixed it up a couple of times tonight, but his presence was known. I mean, I think this is why the Bruins brought him in. And again, 4 shots on the night, had the goal, had the penalties as well, had 23 shifts for 18 minutes. He had, again, was getting into it all night long. And I know he had some comments just a little while ago that I wanted to read to you, but he was not a fan of Mr. Raymond. He thought that the slash was disrespectful. He thought that he sold penalties tonight. I agree. But is this now how Zadorov has to play? And what I mean by it is, I don't know how. All I know is he has a bunch of penalties, and he's big and he's slow. But if he plays like tonight, this is what they wanted. And now he's got a little bit of an edge. Something has changed. I'll look back, but I'm pretty sure there was an article that we talked about one night. And I even remember hearing the audio, but he talked about how wherever Zadorov goes, he has some issues learning the new offenses or the new schemes. Here's what I'm figuring out after 7 games. Don Sweeney said something about, we're going to move on from the people who don't want to be here. I know the Bruins won tonight, and that's what this is about. But did Jim Montgomery not want to be here? Because it's a little fishy that, I don't know, 5 days after he gets fired, he gets a big-time contract somewhere else. And Sweeney talked about constantly how they had contract negotiations, et cetera, et cetera. Since they've eliminated Jim Montgomery, you've seen better play from certain guys. Tonight you get the game winner from Zadorov. Right, you're seeing now more out of Brazeau, who they moved up. Tonight, they swapped Lindholm with Zaka at one point, right? It's Joe Sacco's coming up with a more defensive schemed team where they're finding ways to score goals. I don't know what the hell they were doing with Jim Montgomery. Their goalies were, well, I'll say this, at least Swayman was bad. But Korpisalo's been great. And I still think his contract's an albatross, and I still think that they need another wing. But can defense and goaltending be the Bruins' identity? I didn't think this team had it in them. I thought they were too slow. Too many. They still have the penalties, and it's not changing. What's changing is the third period results. Late in the game, this team used to fold. Now they're battling back. Tonight, it took a power play. Only play that goal from Brazeau. They get the power play. Lohrei gets the shot. Let's hear it. Oh, I was yelling. Sorry.
Brazeau and Pasternak, along with Coyle and Lohrei, the 5-man unit. Puck comes back to Lohrei. Shot, score! Brazeau was in front, looked to get the redirect, and the Bruins waste no time. They tie it at 2.
Brazeau. Brazzers, our guy. He's now got a little bit of an edge to him. He's playing better hockey. I think he has all year, personally. Looking at his line tonight, Brazeau, 5 shots on net, 1 goal, had 3 big hits in the game. Frederick had 8 hits tonight. Kastelik, 8 hits. They're playing more physical. Something has changed. They're 5-2 since Joe Sacco's taken over. I wonder if Montgomery wanted out. The players knew it. He was dogging all the big-time guys. Something's changed because the move has worked through 7 games. Montgomery has moved on. The Bruins have moved on. They looked like a competent hockey team again. And in their losses, yep, it's goal scoring, right? It's the same turnovers, whatever. That's because of the roster that's been built. But looking at some of the acquisitions, I think you saw what Zadorov is tonight, though, and the way that he can play. As far as Lindholm goes, I don't know. He had one. Did he even have a shot tonight? He didn't even have a shot on net. He gave the puck away twice. Elias Lindholm played 15 minutes tonight. I'm trying not to be negative in a win. Trying not to be negative, but I'm looking for something that's changed. And to me, they're playing better defensive hockey. Capitalizing on some power plays like they did tonight. They're scoring in the third period. Finally. Back-to-back games now. And then they put it away when it mattered most. Bees win 3-2. Your reaction, 617-779-0985. We got Rusty. He's in Woburn. What's up, Rusty?
This is one of the biggest fraud wins I've ever seen the Bruins come up with. A total hook by Pastrnak. And everyone, if you were there tonight, you saw every member of the Red Wings get pissed off and smash their sticks. You weren't there. The Red Wings won almost every face-off. This team is what it is. And Zadorov's a big dope. And you know what? They got screwed tonight because Wes McCauley looked the other way. He did it again. Everyone knew Pasta hooked the guy. It was ridiculous. And here you are. Oh, they're 5-2. They play crap.
It's facts, bro.
I hope Philly smokes them on Saturday.
You can say whatever you want, but my numbers are facts.
Well, you know what?
Are they 5-2?
I was there.
Are they? Yeah,
Huh?
You were there. Are they 5-2?
I was there, and you know what? Well, you weren't there when you saw that hook.
No,
There
it was.
a great
Bro,
hook by
I've
Pastrnak.
told you all night long the officiating sucked. Did the officiating suck on both sides?
It sucked at a bad time because that cost the team a victory. Detroit outplayed them, buddy. I was
Yeah,
there.
who won the game? Who won?
It's crap.
No, you tell me who
Oh, you didn't
won
deserve to win.
the game.
Beasley's doing layoffs. You got to be out the door by December 18th. I hope you're not on the list.
I'm going to be out the door by December 18th.
Beasley's doing layoffs, buddy. They're doing budget cuts. You got to watch. I hope it's not you.
You think the guys who work at night, who work all the games, who are the lowest paid, are going to get cut?
No, but listen, I'm pissed off about
Bro, you're
tonight.
pissed, right? But I'm giving you facts while you're just yelling.
I'm giving you facts, too. I saw the hook on Pastrnak. He no one called.
They didn't call it, dude. Bro, I agree with you. They didn't call it, but guess what? It's called home cooking.
The Red Wings the game because everyone's. I'm just
home cooking, bro. Home cooking.
I don't care. It's crap.
Home cooking.
We smoked them on Saturday.
You definitely don't care. Definitely don't care at all.
I don't care. I'm furious.
Now you're questioning my job, bro. You're all so mad that you want me fired. And you, Skaz.
Wah.
Listen.
That was an adult, Joe. That was an adult that had that reaction.
He doesn't care, but was yelling louder than me. I yell loud.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Joe, and say that he cares. He cares a lot. And I would have thought Rusty and Woburn maybe a Bruins fan, but apparently not. A huge Red Wings fan that was devastated after a December 3rd loss to the Boston Bruins.
Listen to me. And that got the phones going. So let's go. Go call. Everybody call. 617-779-0985. There was a hook.
Wah.
They didn't call the hook. Oh, the hook. No. They got some home cooking tonight, everybody. When you're playing well, things go your way. They turned the puck over a ton. They lost on faceoffs. Yes, they're not a great hockey team. But something has changed. They're 5-2 since Montgomery's been fired. Those are facts. I can't make that up. That's not a narrative. That's the fact. The facts are that Jonas Korpisalo this year is 6-2-1. That's not me creating anything. That's a fact. Tonight, they won a game that they forced to go to overtime. And because the game was at home, which used to not matter with this team, now They win the other night. They win tonight. Back-to-back home. That's called a winning streak, everybody. And sometimes you may not be the better team that night. Sometimes you may not get the calls. But because they played at home tonight, I think they got a little bit of home cooking. And guess what? When David Pastrnak is the best player in the league or on his team, sometimes he gets away with one. That's just the way it happens, bro. It's just the way it is. You're so pissed off about them winning. You're mad that they won the game. They had turnovers. They were sloppy. Some of their star players aren't playing well. Some guys are no-shows. Sacco is now influencing defense, and their goaltender is playing excellent hockey. It's just a fact. Was the hook there? Yes. Did they call it? No. Did they win a challenge that worked? Yes. If Detroit's pissed, wah. Wah. Throw Octopus on the ice then. Tim's in Burlington. Hi, Tim.
Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to respond back to Russ. I was at the game. How about when Zadorov was in the corner and they took him down? That should have been a penalty. What happened with that?
Yeah, he didn't. He even, after the game, Zadorov was pissed. He said that
mad.
He was mad. He even talked about it. So I wouldn't be surprised when they meet again. He'll fight him.
I hope it happens.
Tim,
you're there.
You're there, right? They're not.
Yes.
They're still struggling, right? The roster's tough. Like they're fighting for every piece of ice that they can.
They are definitely fighting, but I think they're going to pull through. And I think the Montgomery thing, I don't think he wanted to be here anymore. It just goes to show just the contract that he got with that 5-year.
Yeah, but I think that lingered through the locker room.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he had guys in the best situations.
And I honestly think Marchand's still hurt. He doesn't look like the Marchand that we know.
Listen, Marchand's a potential future Hall of Famer. He's had multiple surgeries. He's not right. I appreciate you, Tim. He's not right. But you know what? He's snapped out of it a little bit. He's going to go on a little bit of a run as well. And I'll give you his box line. Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. Marchand 0 shots on net, but did have an assist. It was a nice little pass right there, but played 23 minutes. He's still involved. Listen, I have worked horrible Bruins games this year. It has been torturous. I would rather do a 4-hour show than listen to the crap that we've been getting from the Boston Bruins. Okay? That's my feelings. But guess what? Tonight, they won a game where they had a goal come off the board for Detroit. They had terrible penalties. They responded in the third period. They held it together. They got good goaltending. And when they went into overtime and they had an opportunity, yes, the refs may have missed a hook. But you know what? When you play at home and it's the star player, sometimes you get away with it. And here's the deal, bro. If they called the hook and the goal didn't count, the game's not over. Who works here at the station, it's in my best interest for the Bruins to be good at hockey. It's very easy for me to sit here and crap all over the team and take your calls about how mad you are. It's fun. I actually enjoy that. But I also want a playoff run. I want to be doing Bruins games, Celtics games, and reacting to playoff games. That's what I want here. This team is slowly putting it together. They're better than their record. They're 13-11. Maybe that's what they are. I don't know. They got away with one tonight. But you know what? When you start getting on little streaks like they're on, those are the things that happen. Alex in the car. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Joe. I actually don't want you fired. You're probably my favorite host on the
Thank you. I appreciate that. December 18th. Should I mark that on my calendar?
Yes, definitely do it. However, we got to manage expectations when it comes to Lindholm. He's not a big points guy. He's never going to be a big shot production guy. His biggest season ever came having Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Tkachuk on his line. He plays very responsible defensively, and he can kind of play in front of the net when guys are putting opportunities in front of him. His game is not to generate the play. He can take advantage of the play when it's given to him. And so I just think the team playing better around him is kind of a result of the coaching change. As much as I loved Monty, I think this team wasn't responding to him anymore, and it was a good move. So I agree with you.
Listen, there's still some things that are there, right? Like it's the way they're built. But they look different, and something has changed, and it's just fact that their record is better. That's all.
And suddenly Zadorov knows how to play hockey again, so I'm happy.
And you know what? I mentioned it a little while ago. Maybe you missed it, but there was some talk from Montgomery where when Zadorov has changed teams, he doesn't necessarily adjust quickly. Well, it just so happens Monty's gone, and here he is, right?
He's arrived. That's all I had to say tonight. You have a good night.
Thanks, you, buddy. Appreciate you. We like our jobs. I'm reading Twitter right now. All right. I've had the chance to watch, okay? I've watched the play. Dude was holding Pasta's stick. That's why he hooked him. ESPN analyst postgame said it was a good no call. The Red Wing defender was also holding Pasta's stick. The refs were bad both ways tonight. And I'll give Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers credit for it because they mentioned it. Like, I'll tell you, those guys are unbiased. I'll be completely listening to Ryan and Bob. They're unbiased when it comes to the team. And this year, they've been very critical about their play. They said it themselves. The officiating was bad both sides. And yes, game-winning goal, dude was furious. That's what happens when you win at home. When you play at home, you get a little bit of home cooking. So again, ESPN analyst said, good no call. I call it home cooking. Either way, it's a win for the Bees. Let's talk to Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, it's Leisha.
Leisha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Do you coming home from the Bruins game?
Yeah, but I'm from Ireland. I'm just here on holidays.
Wow. So do you know hockey?
No, I haven't a clue about hockey, but I thought the Bruins played great, and they gave me a very entertaining game.
Nice. What'd you drink?
What's that?
What did you have any drink alcohol out here?
Yeah, of course I had a bit of alcohol.
What kind of pints did you have?
I had some Truly.
Oh, I love Trulies. What flavors did you have?
Truly Wildberry.
Nice. Where'd you sit?
Recorded. I was sitting up in the top tier in the club.
Oh, club seats, huh? Can you hear yourself on the radio?
I can hear myself on the radio right now because we're on the way back to Lowell.
What part of Ireland are you from?
I'm from Cork.
Cork, like C-O-R-K, Cork?
C-O-R-K, Cork.
Cork, Ireland, huh? It's the second largest city in Ireland. Did you know that?
What's that?
It's the second largest city in Ireland.
It's the real capital.
It's the real. What's supposed to be the capital?
The capital is Dublin, but the real capital is Cork.
Okay, what's the difference between Dublin, Cork, and Boston?
Cork is the best place to be in Ireland, honestly. The capital is Dublin, but the best place to be in Ireland is Cork.
Okay, what are the best potatoes I should eat? Do you like potatoes? What's your favorite kind of potato?
Every Irish person ever loves potatoes, but honestly, the potatoes you do here are not as good as the Irish potatoes.
Okay, so talk to me about an Irish potato. What am I missing?
Well, I think you need to just try the potatoes in Ireland to realize how good the potatoes are.
Well, are they whipped? Are they baked? Are they mashed? Like, what are they?
They're mashed potatoes, but a lot better than the mash that you do here, because I think the mash you do here are too mashed, they're too liquid, whereas ours are like the perfect mix of creamed and mashed.
Mm-hmm. Do you like a sweet potato?
I like sweet potato, but we're known for the actual potato, not the sweet potato.
Yep. What
So
about
it's a lot different.
what about do you like turn them into chips or anything like that?
What do you say?
Do you ever turn the potatoes into chips?
Yeah, of course they do. But mashed potatoes are our favorite. But we turn them into chips and we call them wedges.
Ah, I love a good wedge. So what do you do? What do you guys play out there? Cricket?
No, we play hurling and Gaelic football.
Hurling? What
Yeah?
is
Do you know
that?
what hurling is?
No. Is it curling or hurling?
Hurling with a H. It's basically ice hockey, but on the field and a lot quicker than field hockey.
Wow. And what are these clubs called that you have to use in there?
What's that?
What's that club or stick that they use in hurling?
It's a hurley.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's hurling, but we play with a hurley.
Nice. So you going back to Lowell right now?
Yeah, we're on the way back to Lowell.
So have you ever
I think
heard of?
Lowell is the best place in Boston.
Well, it's not. It's not in Boston.
To say that.
Well, I would tell you this: Lowell is more north, so it's not really near Boston. But have you ever heard of Irish Mickey Ward?
I haven't.
Okay, he's a boxer from Lowell, and he's Irish.
Oh, very good.
Yes, and he was in a big-time movie called The Fighter. Have you ever seen it?
I can't say I have.
Okay, this is what I want you to do, okay? Watch the movie The Fighter. It's about Mickey Ward, and he grew up. He's the pride of Lowell. And
oh, very good.
Yeah, and you'll learn a lot about growing up Irish in Boston.
Sounds good. I'm sorry, this is so difficult because I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I know.
2 minutes behind how I'm talking to you.
Well,
so
Lisa,
I'm trying to ignore our conversation 2 minutes ago.
You watch The Fighter, and then you call me back, okay? I want to hear about it.
Well, have you ever been to Ireland?
I have not, but I drink a lot of alcohol. I used to drink a lot of beer.
Well, I think if you come to Ireland, you should visit Cork.
Cork, Ireland. I will put it on my list.
It should be the number one on your bucket list.
Okay, and where would I go if I went to Cork, Ireland? Where would I stay?
You could go to Kinsale, is a seaside town. Cork City has a lot of nights out, and Blarney Castle. If you go to the Blarney Castle, you can kiss the Blarney Stone.
Ooh, I used to go to a bar called the Blarney Stone in Dorchester.
Yeah, not the same. If you go to the Blarney Stone,
yeah.
we call it. It gives you the gift of the gab, which means if you kiss the stone, you'll never stop talking in your life.
Oh well, that's already happened, I guess.
You've already got that, I think.
I've already got that. Well, yeah. I'm interested.
I don't know you, but what's your name?
My name is Joe. My name is Joe. And you know what my last name is? Murray.
Joe Murray. It sounds like you already have the gift of the gab. You don't need to go to the Blarney Stone.
Thank you very much, Lisa. You have yourself a good night.
No,
Thank you.
It's Leisha.
Oh, Alicia, like Elisha?
Just Leisha. There's no A. Just Leisha.
So Lisha?
No, you won't guess the spelling. It's Laoise.
No shot. What's your how do we say your last name?
What's that?
Do you have a real thick Irish last name?
My name is Leisha Cahill Murphy.
Okay, so there's a Murphy in there.
Yeah, there's a Murphy.
Okay.
Very Irish.
We're close. Murphy, I get called Murph all the time, even though I'm not a Murph. All right, Lisa, thank you so much. Cork, Ireland, Skaz. What do you think? Remote broadcast?
I'm in. I don't know. We got to do it before the 18th, apparently.
Oh, I know. That's right. Where did that come from? The 18th, bro?
Not upset, though. Joe, don't say he cared. He didn't care.
So far tonight, we have got the Bruins didn't deserve the win. The refs stink. We're going to get fired. Right? We're going to get fired. Cork, Ireland happened. The Fighter, Mickey Ward, Irish.
Good potato talk.
Great potato talk. Better in Ireland than here. What could happen in the next segment? I don't know. You're going to have to stay tuned for that after the headlines.
Sports Hub Headlines.
Well, the Bruins put the potato in the basket tonight, 3-2. Back here on 98.5, the Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Last night, I've been trying to cut video for it, but I haven't had the time to do it. Tonight I had the time, but then I wrote an article about the college playoff, and then actually I did want to mention this, but the Mass State Lottery has the Celtics scratch tickets, also known as instant tickets. But someone from Seekonk won $1 million on the Celtics scratch ticket. And, of course, they decided to take the lump sum, which would be $650,000 after taxes. So, congratulations. My buddy Christian Tijo over at the Mass Lottery sent it over to me and said, hey, you might like this. And I said, oh, yeah. So now we know that the Celtics are cashing in on those. If you want to cash in on the Celtics, not only betting-wise, now you can cash in on some scratchies. I wrote a story about it. Check it out over at 985thesportshub.com. It's also the college playoff bracket is out. This is championship week. It's going to be wild. I can't wait to Joe me the money this week. By the way, tomorrow, we get the Celtics tomorrow, right?
And Bruins.
We have a full house. We're going to have a pizza party. Frank Pepe's will be dropping off pizza. And it's kind of like a going-away party for our intern, Joe, his last day will be Monday, but, we're going to party it up tomorrow. Congrats to Skaz today, who's been taking over for Jeremy and was here till 3 o'clock today. And, of course, the game went into overtime. I'm Joe Murray. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow night at 6 o'clock right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.